All right, guys, welcome back to a day in the life. We're going to try to do these more often and document the journey to making 10K in monthly recurring revenue. We're currently sitting at 3,600. So let's get into the day. All right, so currently I have 4 clients, and today is going to be a pretty hectic day because I have to do a lot of work for the one of them because I still do all the work in the business in general. There's really no hires except my one filmer for the one deal. But yeah, so in the mornings, I'm typically scheduling videos for all the accounts that I run. And then in the afternoon, it's kind of whatever helps grow the business. So today, I'm going to be officially rebranding Masculine Central as Risser Media. And that's going to probably take a little bit of time just to get all the accounts across all platforms fixed and rebranded. And then I'm going to do a bunch of outreach because it's time to scale up in clients, because I think I can handle another 1 or 2 before hiring needs to happen. And hiring is happening slowly. We're getting there. And then I have some school stuff to do, and that might be about it. I'm not really sure. Oh, I need a haircut badly. If you can tell by the sides here, it's disgusting. But anyway, that's the typical plan. I think I'm slowing down the posting on Masculine Central, what will be Risser Media by the time this is out, and on my personal brand, because I want to focus on things that like truly generate revenue. And rebranding as Risser Media will help generate revenue, but I think I can slow down to 2 reels a day. Like 3 reels and 3 posts per day is pretty nuts. So if I can, chill that out a little bit, then I can hopefully focus on making more money instead. So that's the plan for the rest of the day. I do have to go to school, unfortunately, and then I need breakfast and all that sort of thing too. So that is what we will get into next. All right, y'all, we're done with our 1-hour school day. Now I'm going to get into a workout and a haircut, and then I can get to work all afternoon, which is pretty awesome. So, all right, guys, done with the workout. Now we're going to hit up the haircut place, get some gas, get a gift card for someone. And yeah, so that'll be the next hour, or hopefully less, but probably not. So this hair is getting way too long. It's like covering up my ears and stuff. I kind of like it right now. Actually, it looks good on camera, but it's disgusting. I'm not gonna lie, it's terrible. So, all right, guys, while we have some time, I feel like I want to break down where I'm at in the business right now. So I'm currently at 4 clients, which is not a ton, and I could definitely take on more, but I'm sort of realizing like, I could probably get to 10K doing everything myself, but that's not like, I'm not going to go past that. And the goal is to go past that. Obviously, like 10K is literally just a number to shoot for. So if I want to continue to grow, I'm going to need to bring people on. So rather than taking on more clients, I need to actually like hire basically, or find contractors to do some stuff. And that's really hard for me because I have pretty high standards for like the work I want to put out. And since I have a pretty good idea of what works on social media, like transferring that knowledge is just not something I'm very good at right now. And that's the next skill I have to learn. So getting to that point is definitely like the next step in the journey, and removing that bottleneck in the business where I'm like, the bottleneck right now is doing the work, when like getting clients is actually kind of easy. But eventually I want to get to the point where, I move up the chain and bottlenecks. Like that's how you grow in business. So part of that process right now is like, what can I remove from not just my business, but my life that's kind of not growing the business, I guess, not revenue generating. So that's why I'm kind of slowing down the Instagram personal brand, because it's sort of at the point where it does all that I want it to do. Like it's a really good way to reach out to companies and potential contractors because I'm verified and have a lot of followers, but it doesn't really serve a ton of a purpose beyond that. Now, I don't want to like leave everyone hanging, obviously, and I still like it, so I'm going to keep doing it, but I'm definitely slowing down. And then YouTube is just kind of going to be a fun way to keep up and keep a journal for myself, essentially. So that's the plan over the next couple of weeks here. while I have these deals lined up. Like, I'm doing all the work and I'm trying to grow the business. But I'm currently trying to get the best social media managers, like people who run massive accounts, to come work for Risser Media, which I think is going to work. I just need to figure out how to make it all, just get my systems in place. Like, that's how business is. It's always just on to the next problem. So that's where we're at. The goal long-term business-wise is like make probably $5 million profit, put it in a high dividend S&P 500, and live on that. I don't know, like, what else do you want? Like, for me, I think I really enjoy business and I like the game, so I probably won't quit knowing myself once I get to, that kind of goal. But at least at that point, then you're just playing for the love of the game, when right now I'm playing for long-term financial success. So obviously that's a pretty big dream to have, but like in the world that I live in, which is a lot of the online entrepreneur space, I see people that have that. So, I might as well shoot for it. But, this is just the next step, is like, how do you scale a business? Because I figured out the first step, which was like, how do you start and get clients? I thought that wasn't going to happen. And then a month later, I have too many clients. But yeah, it's just on to the next problem. So that's where we're at. That's what I'm going to spend some of today doing. I think having my own Masculine Central account, being Risser Media, should bring in some people. That's my hope. And that's why I decided not to sell it. But yeah, so that's where we're at. I hope this all makes sense. If you have any questions, please just ask in the comments. I'll try to stay active in the comments, but I don't know. Anyway, let's get this haircut and get to work in the afternoon. All right, my friends, I got delayed on updating Risser Media because Instagram needs to like verify everything since it's such a large account. So I moved on to doing some schoolwork and some client outreach. But the one client responded so quickly that they might be ready to have a call in the next couple hours. So that might add to my workload for the day, but that's fine because everything's moving a lot faster than I thought. But I may have a 3 p.m. sales call, so that would be exciting. All right, guys, we got a surprise sales call coming in at 3 p.m. Let's see if I can knock this thing out and get it closed. I got my school project done, and I've pretty much finished up switching over the Masculine Central stuff to Risser Media. And then I'm just going to do some editing, and once this is done, and maybe I'll be writing up a content plan for them and getting everything set up. I'll continue to talk to some page managers and hopefully get some of that lined up. So let's get into this sales call and close this thing. Well, we did not close, unfortunately. We did not close though either, because there's still potential with this client. I did tell him I'd get back to him with an offer because he had some more specific recommendations, I guess I would say. So, we'll put this thing together tonight, hopefully get it to him by today or tomorrow, sort of, give him an in-depth plan, so whether he decides to do it or not, he has something to go off of and some free value from this. And if not, if he is willing to work together, then, we move forward. I'm thinking, I'll just tell you, it's probably going to be some sort of smaller monthly retainer because it is a startup company and they don't have just a ton of cash to plop down month after month. But then if we have that smaller monthly retainer, then I can have a heftier performance incentive based on link clicks or something along those lines. So yeah, I'll probably give him a couple options to choose from is how I'm thinking I'll do this, and we'll see if we can close over email. Anyway, let's get back to work. Time to start editing some videos and take off this shirt and get back into something comfortable. All right, guys, we're going to wrap the vlog up here. Did not raise the monthly revenue at all today, but there's exciting things coming. Certainly a good day of work, and I will see you in the next video. Like, subscribe, comment, all those good things. Catch you next time.